What's up everybody, welcome back. So today is time for me to give my final verdict for Asus's ROG Strix Scope, which I've been using as my main keyboard for quite some time now, doing some really long gameplay sessions in Path of Exile and in Wolcen, which just released. And I think I'm a little bit late reviewing this keyboard in 2020, right? But still, I want my opinion about this keyboard on the interwebs, right? So if you want to buy this keyboard, do it down below. I'll leave my Amazon affiliate link in the description, so you can click on it and buy it if you wish. But anyway, how has my time been with this keyboard, and what are my thoughts about it? So first of all, I mean, we have to take into consideration this keyboard does cost around 150 euros. So it's almost the same price, if not the same price, as Corsair's K70 Lux RGB, which was my previous keyboard, and it was an amazing keyboard for what it is. Although the keys started to break off, you know, after a year or so of wear and tear, right? But anyway, it does cost the same amount of money, which is quite an expensive keyboard, I would say. Considering this ROG Strix Scope doesn't have any bells and whistles like a volume adjust control, mute button, extra macro keys. Of course you can, you know, do some macro keys via software, right? But there's no extra keys on the keyboard. It's quite a, you know, compact design. It doesn't even come with a wrist rest, which is, yeah, pretty interesting or odd for 150 euros. Where's the hand wrist, right? But it does come with some extra switches, but only rust. And if I'm honest, they did feel a little bit cheap. The keys did feel a little bit cheap. Now, the whole bracket for the keyboard is from aluminium or something like metallic, right? But the underneath of the keyboard is plastic. So, I mean, it's average, I'd say, right? It's nothing really too top quality there. But overall, I mean, it was a decent keyboard to use. Although I am still on, you know, I really want them to make this keyboard much more cheaper. I'd say the perfect price range for this keyboard would be like $90 or something like that, right? Maybe a little bit even cheaper. Although, you know, software has been improved over time, right? Asus is improving their Aura Sync RGB stuff, and it does have a lot more RGB, you know, tuning options now versus, you know, previous Asus's ROG keyboards. And I do love some of them, but you still can't mix and match many RGB modes together like you can with, you know, some other competition keyboards, right? Which is really odd, you know. We can do custom, you know, RGB layouts, but you can only choose one at a time. I couldn't find a way, you know, to make, you know, my main keys like rust into some, you know, certain color that never change, right? But still have like Asus's, you know, Aura Sync rainbow mode or something like that, right? Going on the backside, right? Or, you know, trying to mix and match stuff like that together would be a nice improvement in the future revisions. Now the second thing, it doesn't have a USB port or something like that many keyboards do have. So with Corsair keyboard I can, you know, switch in my mouse's wireless receiver, which is really convenient, right? And I leave my mouse cable, the charging cable, on the desk or somewhere else, right? And just, you know, maybe once a week, you know, take it to charge for like a half an hour, and I can use the mouse again for like a week, right? But here I can't use this port, USB port, because there's no USB ports, right? It's a pretty basic keyboard, and for 150 euros, I mean, I'm sorry Asus, but you have to do a little bit better. You have to do a little bit better here. Although I do love the design job, I do love the look of it, you know, and Asus's Aura Sync software is improving, and you can use that, you know, Aura Sync software on the older keyboards as well, right? Because they're all using the same firmware, right? I think so you can, you know, whenever Aura Sync updates, you can use these new, you know, settings on the older keyboards as well. So that's nice, I guess. And yeah, it does come with the Cherry MX Red switches, right? It's a mechanical keyboard, so that's nice. But I believe like almost everyone in the world is now using mechanical keyboards, so there's no going back pretty much, right? So MX Red here, I don't love MX Red myself too much, but you can get like MX Brown or something like that if you wish, right? I do love MX Brown over red or black any day, right? But anyway, that's gonna be my quick little review here. Don't wanna make it too long here. Yeah, it's difficult to say this, but my overall score for the ROG Strix Scope is going to be a 6 out of 10. So pretty average keyboard, and a lot of score comes off from 10 just because of the price, which is 150 euros. It's way too expensive for what it is. But yeah, hopefully in the future they'll improve on everything, right? Maybe add a USB port, right? Make the cost go down a little bit more, right? Well, almost half as much. And do some more, design shop, maybe add a wrist rest as well, So there's definitely improvements to be made here. But anyway, it's a decent keyboard. If you get it for free, right, as a gift, then, nothing bad to say. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Ciao for now.